All right, let's do this. I should not have rushed that pizza. Oh man. Let me know if you can hear me, because I've had a few issues with my audio recently. Hello and good evening, my fellow racers, and welcome to what promises to be a very special race tonight, the final official PSGL race of the F1 2016 era. We're here tonight for the Race of Champions, pitting the very best that PSGL has to offer, or as some might say from a different angle, the only drivers who were available for this evening. Now I joke, the very best that PSGL has to offer, racing here today at Interlagos, the home of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, as ever, let's take a look at the weather first. We have a dry qualifying and mixed conditions for the race. So it's going to start on intermediate conditions. Interesting. So overcast for qualifying, and we're going to start in intermediate conditions, and it will transition to dry by the end of the race. But as we know of this game, the rain may stop quite a bit earlier, but we'll have to wait and see. So then, who are the protagonists for tonight's Race of Champions? And who is going to try and deny Big C from winning Race of Champions for the third time? He won the last one on the F1 2015 era at the Hungaroring, driving a Mercedes. And good evening to some of the people watching. I've seen Lewis, I've seen Game Freaker, and a few others commenting there. So hope you guys will enjoy what should be a great race tonight. So let's introduce you to who's racing tonight and in what cars, so it's easier for you to spot. First of all, we have Big C, 7-time world champion. He's going to be driving in his Ferrari, which he's won a couple of titles in. Then we got Gamer the Best in the Red Bull. We've got Paudie in a Mercedes, the F3 champion. JackLacey, who won the F1 championship, of course, last season, which ended Big C's reign, although he didn't take part. Then we have Thanos, a 3-time F1 champion and a Formula Performance champion, Season 2. Anyone who watched the stream of that mad season finale will know it was a very hard-earned one. He's in the Force India. Then we got Jake, another Formula Performance champion in the McLaren. We got Unomi, an F3 champion in the Haas. Then we got Toro Rosso. It's been driven by William Hague. Or Warren Hague rather. He's the F4 champion from last season. Then we got Ontothepodium in the Renault. We've got taimurazeem, aka Oogie in the Haas, and we got AliK making his return to a PSGL race this evening. He's going to be driving in the Red Bull, looking to get maybe a little bit of revenge after his F1 Championship challenge in Season 2 went up in smoke, or better accuracy, it went up on holiday. Then we got NPyne in a Williams, and then we got MichaelAngelo in a Sauber, AMS in a Force India, Shortbread in a Mercedes, who's was a Project Cars champion in PSGL, I believe. Then we got Sambamkid in a Williams. And then we have Malk, who isn't going to be here today, JakeLFC, an F4 champion in Season 2, but he's not going to be here this evening, unfortunately. And then we got Joel in McLaren to round off the grid. So then, guys going to be going on their first flying runs, so let's have a look. Keeps telling me my DualShock battery is low even though it's full, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh, and Big C doesn't have a wing. Yeah, he doesn't have a... Yeah, Big C doesn't... Something must happen to Big C, I missed that. But anyway, here's JackLacey, on the F1 champion, on his first flying run. So let's go on board with him. Gonna go through some of the protagonists. JackLacey, Season 3 Formula 1 League champion. So he'll be very confident of adding a Race of Champions crown to that recent success. 17.2 in the first sector. I think we'll see a lot of people doing medium runs just to warm up, but obviously with the race starting at intermediate conditions, there's no need to use the harder tyre. Everyone's going to be qualifying on the soft compound by the end of this session, no doubt. So we'll get a little taste here. Going across the start-finish line, JackLacey crosses the line with a 1:10.6. So that's kind of the early benchmark time. Fastest sector 2 at 36.2, but it's Paudie who's got the fastest sector 3. Fastest sector 1 goes Ontothepodium at the moment. But he ended up he's the only soft runner in the top 10 so far. Orange pass, and we got Shortbread who goes up to 4th. Yeah, I think that's the plan, Game Freaker. I think I'm going to be commentating F1 next season. I think it all depends on what my work schedule's like, but it's should be okay, because Monday evenings I don't tend to do much normally. So yeah, it should be commentating. Now I'm going to go through each of them, but PzalanHUN is a wild card. He's not a PSGL champion, but he was personally invited by the rest of the grid for the Race of Champions after his impressive rookie performances. He's currently second on the medium tyres with a 1:10, and it's only 0.04 of a second off JackLacey's time, so he's certainly going to be a contender with times like that. I cannot wait for these guys to go out on the softs later, because that could be extremely close between everybody. This is Shortbread on a flying lap. I think he's already done... Yeah, he did a 1:10.785, so is anyone else doing a first run? Now we got... Unomi's on a 1:11.303. I think this could be an in-lap, but we'll see in a minute. Unomi, Season 3 Formula 3 champion. He beat AMS, the runner-up, who's also here tonight, in a great last season decider, which you can get on Zebra's channel. So Unomi went for another run, and he moves up to 10th. So decent lap from Unomi. Obviously tyre wear is not a concern. Usually with the softest compound you only can get one run in if it's going to be a dry race per set. Oh, and Warren Hague runs very wide after that. And Big C's come straight back out, having replaced his wing. So I think this is a flying lap, so let's go on board with him. Riding up from turn 3 up through the first DRS up to turn 4, one of the heavier braking zones on the track. Traffic getting out the way, 17.609 for his first sector. How does that compare? Somewhat off the pace. He must have made a mistake at the center S's, which we didn't see. But as we ride on board with him, going into 6, sort of just dabbing the throttle a little bit, going to 7, then braking it into 8, making sure you get a tight apex. So it sets you on light. Oh, and Big C getting a bit of oversteer there. And again, going on the throttle, the wheels spinning. struggling a little bit, the 7-time Formula 1 champion on PSGL. So, not getting these mediums to work so far. 36.470. That's yeah, it's not good enough to challenge the top. But let's see where he ends up. It's a great ride through 14, did 15, heading towards the main straight, and gets a tight line, crosses the line and goes only 15. Well, I always say that when people are using a harder tyre in with knowing this is going to be a wet race, it's really just to warm themselves up and get a feeling of the track, and you know, obviously finding out if the setup they've worked has been good, whether they need to add a bit more or a bit less front wing for their proper soft runs. So here's Vanus, a 3-time F1 champion and a Formula Performance champion in Season 2 of F1 2016. One of the veterans of the site now. And he's done a 17.2 for the first sector, which is yeah, top 3 pace at the moment. Wait, oh, that was a 7. For some reason I thought that looked like a 2, so actually it's not that quick as sector 1 compared to the rest, so I'll come back to him. MichaelAngelo, oh, MichaelAngelo's on a 16.8 for the first sector. So that is, I believe, the fastest first sector of anybody so far. Although, did he invalidate it? No, I don't think he did. On his first run he invalidated, but let's see where MichaelAngelo ends up. He's a dark horse to win this race, in my opinion. So, riding up now to the start-finish straight. And get the worst possible camera view for the final straight. And he crosses the line and he goes into the 9s. The first guy to go into the 9s this evening. 1:09.917. Fastest 2 sectors. So that is the benchmark for the soft runners to beat. But I think there are a few on the grid who can beat that, including this man, although not with a sector time of 18.174, that's for sure. It's Paudie. Yeah, it is Paudie. 17.148, not too far off, but maybe he can regain the time in the other 2 sectors. Just seeing anyone else near the end of the lap. Here's Jake, haven't seen much of him so far. Formula Performance champion, no, in lap. Ah, and AliK. Wow, we really hope to see a good battle between him and Big C out there this evening. I think MichaelAngelo's really put a bit of a marker down with that lap he did. No one's getting near to his sector 1 time so far. But now here's PzalanHUN. What's sector 2 time? It's not as quick, but this should be comfortably in the top 5. Crosses towards the line, and yes, second. A very solid lap from him. Still nearly a tenth and a half away. Big C on his out lap. We will catch him when he does his flying lap. Unomi is still 15th. Pyne is 13th. Sambamkid's gone a 17.1 for the first sector. Again, very strong. The track is definitely beginning to rubber in now. The sector 1 times are coming down on the softs. JackLacey is only at the moment 11th on his medium run, so he's got to get this right. I've got a feeling he may have invalidated his first time. A 17 flat, that's a good sector 1. Very close to MichaelAngelo's time. Anyone else near at the end of the lap? There's so much action going on. Got 9 cars out there, 18 runners out there tonight. It's a great turnout. Big C starting his flying lap. Then we got Unomi, he's on a flying lap. Just want to see if there's anyone near the end. Here's Pyne. He was a Season 2 Formula 3 runner-up, and his title challenge and Formula 1 third place finisher. Came with a bit more luck, he could have definitely challenged for the title, but it's only a 1:15.814. So I'm not sure what's going on with Pyne at the moment. He's well off his true pace. JackLacey crosses the line in 6th for 1:10.226, so he lost time in the third sector. Ron Hay crosses the line and he goes 13th. Now where's Big C? Because I know he was on a flying lap. And Here he is, 17.3, not the quickest. Sector 2, 35.886. That's a better second sector than most. So let's see where he ends up. He's 17th at the moment. So this is going to be his first proper lap. Goes only 10th. So wonder if Big C, wonder if the setup's not quite right, or it's just a bit of rustiness. I'm not sure how much practice a lot of these guys have been doing since the seasons have been going. I know some have been playing more than others, which is the usual thing at the end of a sports title, with the new one just around the corner. So AliK is yet to set a proper lap that we would expect. Well, so 110. Wow, I tell you what. Just to put this into perspective, it is only 7/10 between the top 14. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. How tight that is. It just shows you the outstanding group of drivers we have out there this evening. And we've got just over 4 minutes of this session to go, so there's going to be everyone's going to be going out for their final run soon if they've got another set of softs available. I think those who gambled and went for the fastest tyre allocation would have had 3 sets of softs, so that means they'll be able to attack throughout the session, whereas the others with only 2 sets would probably have to wait a bit longer before they could go out for their first runs. Vanis is in 18th. Now is anyone up? So MichaelAngelo still leading the way. It's a nice helmet actually. Quite like the simple black and white design. And PzalanHUN, closest challenger. So it's the wild card in second place. And look at all these cars flying out. 3 minutes to go. Game of the Best has moved up to third, and he's got a 1:10.083, but MichaelAngelo remains the only driver who's got into the 1 minute 9s, so that's a very impressive effort from him so far, but continues to rubber in, and I'm sure that we'll see some more people break 1:9s, but can they beat MichaelAngelo's time? Oogie's up to 5th, saw his F1 challenge sort of fade away right at the end of the season, so he really is in some ways the guy who always gets so close yet so far. Paudie in 6th. Now here comes AliK. And oh, we've lost Joel. Hopefully he'll come back. So let's join AliK as he runs through sector 1. 19.9. Wow, that's unusual pace, but he might be warming his tyres up in a sort of Mercedes style. JackLacey's on a outlap AMS, the F3 champion. Oh no, sorry, F3 runner-up, I should say, of season 3. He's in 10th at the moment. So where is Unomi, his F3 rival? He's in 17th, still struggling. He's run out of fuel by the looks of it. So that means he's not going to get back to the pits in time to do another run, so that's a poor qualifying session from the F3 champion, so he's going to start near the back of the grid. Vanis, he's back in 18th, he's going to opt to look for the 1 stop, as most people outside the top 10 will be, I would imagine. Oogie, he's going to go for 1 more run. PzalanHUN for 16.987, now that's quicker. Oh, Oogie's moved up to 2nd. But PzalanHUN has done a sector 1 time, which is very close, 35. He's quicker in, he's done a personal best in sector 1, sector 2. Where is PzalanHUN going to end up? He's currently 4th, Sauber driver. And he goes provisional pole for 1 minute 9.792. It's a 10th quicker than MichaelAngelo. What a great lap from PzalanHUN. PzalanHUN, I think that's how you say it. Game is retired, so he's done for the day. And MichaelAngelo is going to get 1 more run at it. He's not going to get pole back with that time. Game is invalidated that. He's retired, as we know. Paudie's currently in 5th. Jake's in 7th, the former Force champion season 3. Good work from him. Zalan, I'll call him Zalan. These wacky names, hard to pronounce sometimes. Shortbread's, he's got 15 seconds, he's not going to get pole this time. Big C, he's on final run. He's back in the pits, onto the podium. He's Warren Hague on a flying lap. 3 seconds go and qualifying is over. The checkered flag comes out. Will we see any changes? Just trying to switch to MichaelAngelo. And speak of the devil, here he is. Now where's Pyne? Now here comes Pyne. Pyne crosses the line and goes 8th. Much better lap from him, and he's only 3/10 behind, yet he's 8th place. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. Now where's Big C? 13th, 7-time champion. Can he pull something miraculous out of the bag? He's in sector 2, as is Warren Hague. JackLacey comes back into the pits. Jake back into the pits. Shortbread's on a flying lap. So Big C, he's half a second behind. Only half a second behind, but that puts him only 13th. Opens to DRS. Surely not. And he gets into the top 10. Oh, but not sure he would have wanted that. I think he probably would have preferred to stay on the outside. And that's it. Wow. Very, very hard to keep up with that. So, Zalan takes pole position in the Sauber with a 1:09 7.92, with MichaelAngelo just behind. JackLacey, the F1 champion of this season, in third. Game to best in 4th. Paudie in 5th. Oogie in 6th. Jake in 7th. Pyne in 8th. Shortbread in 9th. And the 7-time champion in 10th. And AliK right behind him, his season 2 rival. So that could be a very interesting turn 1 between those two. And then the rest of the grid there, as you can see, AMS, Sambamkid, onto the podium. Warren Hague, Unomi and Fanis rounds up the grid. Right then, so as we know, we had intermediate conditions. So let's see how long that's going to go. Well, by the looks of that, they may not be running on intermediates for that long. Maybe half the race, maybe less, but rain doesn't tend to stay out that long here when it does. And intermediates, heavy rain, it stays out a while, but we'll see. Alright, I just hope I can get back into this game quickly. That's a very bold prediction from Game Freaker there. 18th to 1st. Yeah, changeable conditions. I prefer, if it's not a dry race and a wet to dry race, I do quite enjoy. Aha, what a start. Right, let's get out of here. Right, bear with me. Just going to rejoin. I just hope they don't go around it's quite a short lap, so I hope they don't go around too quickly. Yeah, Louis, Louis, sorry. It was insane, an insanely close qualifying session. I mean, but given the drivers that are out there, I'm not that surprised. There's some good wildcards out there. Joel and Zalan are the 2 wildcards for this evening. MichaelAngelo was the Formula Endurance League runner-up in the first season, Season 3. So he's not a wildcard. So everyone's starting on Inters, of course, so there's no need to look at their tyre choices. So here's Zalan, who some are tipping for really good things when F1 returns in PSGL for the first season of F1 2017. Quite a lot of people opting not to bother with the formation lap. And look at them all gathering round, and the grid begins to form. I hope my AI card doesn't take it too long. Just so you know, my style in terms of checking penalties, only do it if there's a safety car or a virtual safety car. So if you ask for penalties, I'm not going to check them unless there is a safety car period, because I just want everyone to enjoy the racing action. So, Interlagos, a legendary track. Let's see then. Oh god, what's this? Oh, you're joking. Fuck's sake, Codemasters. Alright, I'm going to have to leave. And missed the start. Apologies. For Christ's sake. It's just ridiculous, it really is. Fuck. Yeah. It's Brazil. Honestly, these problems only happen on Brazil. Like every time we do a Brazil race, there's always some sort of issue. Ridiculous. Hopefully, being able to pick a spectator spot on the next game will wipe out these issues. So, apologies for missing the start. Right, so PzalanHUN leads the race. Oh god. Here we go. So, PzalanHUN leads the race, MichaelAngelo, Jake third. So we haven't had any change in the top three. Paudie in fourth. Shortbread's up to fifth. The game is up to running sixth. AMS in seventh. Now, what about the likes of Big C and AliK? Big C's fallen down to 14th and AliK's fallen down to 15th. So these two old rivals of PSGL Formula 1 from the 2016 era, nose to tail, but not in a position they'd really want to be. So back to the front, PzalanHUN racing away at the front. First lap completed. MichaelAngelo and JackLacey, the F1 champion. And now we've got the two Mercedes. Shortbread going a bit right, so let's go on board with Paudie. Oh, he runs wide. Gamers behind. Not sure how much overtaking we'll see in these conditions, but hopefully we'll see some. Oogie holding off the F4 champion Hague, and then we've got Joel, the other wild card. Greeny. Oh, and Fanas now defending against Sambamkid in the Renault. Oh, getting quite close. Don't want to get that close down that turn. When Ali's passed Big C for 14th. Jake's fallen down to 16th. Pint in 17th. So some of the people in the top 10 had a terrible start, and Ontothepodium's had a pit stop already. So PzalanHUN, I really wish I'd seen the start, because it would have been good watching. Oh, and there's a red ball off. That's Game of the Best. Game of the Best is off on the grass, and he falls down to 9th. Oh, struggling with the car. Grass on it, that's even worse. PzalanHUN sets the fastest lap as we enter lap 3. MichaelAngelo's keeping on this, just half a second behind. No DRS, of course, in intermediate conditions. Got JackLacey in third, the two Mercedes of Shortbread and Paudie in 5th. They've got AMS in 6th. Oogie up to 7th, Hague up to 8th. And Joel doing a good job in 9th. And Gamer has fallen all the way to 10th after going off on the grass. And now, Ali is starting to make some moves. So let's see, go on board with Ali, down the inside of Unomi. The F3 champion, can he make it stick? You know, Ali's very good in these conditions normally. Probably wasn't happy with his start, always qualifying for that matter, but he's up to 12th. Good move of Unomi there. And I'm still getting DualShock battery low, even though it's full, but never mind. So JackLacey getting a bit closer to the back of MichaelAngelo in the Williams, and that's allowing PzalanHUN to start making a little bit of a gap. It's nearly a second ahead now as they enter sector 3. So let's see if JackLacey can get a bit of a slipstream as they run up the hill towards the end of the third lap. MichaelAngelo got very good drive out of that final corner, so he sort of gets away. JackLacey closes in on the braking as we go into the Senna S's. Lap 4, Race of Champions, PSGL. So MichaelAngelo, car twitching a little bit, stay on board. I think JackLacey's going to get a bit of a tow here. Anyone behind him? No, Shortbread stays back. MichaelAngelo goes defensive. JackLacey late on the brakes, will there be contact? Oh, JackLacey sort of backs off. I think he probably made the right decision there, because I think there might have been contact. Oh, and MichaelAngelo, oh, JackLacey puts a wheel on the grass, and that allows Shortbread to dive down the inside into third. Opportunistic move from Shortbread, that was superb. He just waited patiently behind for one of them to make a mistake, and he nicks the final podium place just like that. JackLacey will be kicking himself for that mistake. Meanwhile, back in the middle of the top 10, so close now. Oogie in 7th, he's got Warren Hague right behind him. Game of the bet up to back up to 9th, got past. Now where is AliK? Can't select him for some reason. Here he is. So AliK has moved up to 11th. So he's making his way through the order. And Shortbread's had probably the best start of anybody so far in the early laps, because he's really moved upfield. But now AliK looking to make a move on Joel. Joel sort of moves to the left slightly, but he's going to give him the space. And the Gal goes defensive. AliK will have to do it down the inside, the outside, sorry. AliK brakes. Can Joel? Yeah, Joel, good defending there. But he might compromise his turn into free, and he does. AliK, very nice swap back across the wheel. Now back on board. AliK. Let's go. Oh, and look at Joel. He moved twice. It's so close. AliK later on the brakes, and he takes 10th. He's into the points. So AliK storming through the field. But let's go back to the front. Joel, actually let's just see if Joel will try and make a move back. AliK just needs to keep it steady going into turn 8. And he does. So back to the front. Oh, Shortbread's up to 2nd. Shortbread's got past MichaelAngelo, something that JackLacey couldn't do. So the Mercedes is on the march. Lewis Hamilton, Brazil 2016 at the moment, just smoothly going about his business. Haven't seen a Max Verstappen. Well, maybe AliK is playing the Max Verstappen role at the moment in the Red Bull. So MichaelAngelo had all that pace in qualifying, but he lost pole, and he's not showing the best wet weather pace compared to the 2 cars in front of him. But he is still on the podium, so he doesn't need to panic yet. He's keeping the F1 champion behind him, so he's not doing too badly. So Shortbread 1.5 seconds behind. PzalanHUN has a significant advantage, but now that Shortbread's killed MichaelAngelo, let's see if that's closing. It's 1.4 now, so slightly faster sector 1 from Shortbread, so he's closing the gap. So let's see then, JackLacey just behind. Let's just go to view. As we find the other Mercedes. Oh, he's got sort of a steady gap now. AMS is falling away from the top 5, and he's under attack from Oogie and Warren Hague. Game of the best in 9th, so the 2 Red Bulls make up the top 10. Jake in 11. Oh, and was that Big C going off again? Yes, Big C going off again and losing a place. He's having a torrid time out there in the rain. And now he's under attack from Unomi on the outside. And Unami's going to try and go for a move on the outside here. Can he do it? Oh no, he goes too far. And Big C slams the door firmly in his face. Says, no, you're not doing that, sunshine. Joel's dropped down to 16th. I don't know what happened to him. Sambam's in 17th. So back to the front. PzalanHUN going through the first corner, and now Shortbread has closed the gap to 1.1 seconds. And well, Shortbread pushing so hard, he nearly lost the car coming into out free, but he's closed the gap to just over a second. He wants this badly. I can just tell the way he's driving. MichaelAngelo, Shortbread hasn't dropped MichaelAngelo. He's keeping a good gap. If anything happens between the top 2, he's going to be there to pick up the pieces. JackLacey probably a little frustrated. He just can't. He can get to the back of MichaelAngelo, but for whatever reason, he's not able to get in a position or force MichaelAngelo into a mistake, which is credit to the way MichaelAngelo's been driving that Williams so far. Well, now it's just over a second. Obviously no DRS, but Shortbread will almost be in the slipstream. Let's just go back down the order. AMS doing a decent job holding off the likes of Oogie, right behind him. But that train is allowing JakeLFC and AliK to catch up. It's quite a gap now between the top 10 to the cars outside the order. Big C still trundling around in 14th. He'll be hoping it gets drier sooner or later, because the race of champions win, his third, is already looking very remote indeed. So the gap between the top 4 is a mere 2.6 seconds. But I do think this race has only really just got started in terms of the strategy, because we know that the rain is going to stop at some point. It still looks like it's coming down fairly hard, so I don't think we're going to see dry running just yet. 36 laps, 50% distance of course. And now it's only half a second. PzalanHUN, I'm not sure he's struggling. I just think Shortbread's pace in these wet conditions is just that much better at the moment. He's been taking a couple of tenths out of him each lap, but he's now going to run into that dirty air of the Sauber, and that will probably affect him. Sorry about that. Right. There you go. That's better. I'm just gonna have to sit on this. This cable just to keep it charging. Obviously, this controller is. Battery's fucked on it. Right, hopefully you can still see the action. I can. So, PzalanHUN right in front of him, Shortbread just in front. So Shortbread's around 7. This is so annoying. Of course this happens now, not when I was playing for hours earlier. So JackLacey's fallen down to around 3 seconds behind. Paudie in 5th, distant 5th now. AMS still holding up this trainer car, so I think we'll stick with this for a bit. Oogie just can't seem to get a run on the fourth cylinder in front of him. So can Oogie make a move down the inside? AMS goes defensive. Oh, and Oogie putting a wheel on the grass, that's risky. Oh, look at that, Oogie. Oh, and AMS squeezed him a bit there. So what's going on behind him? JakeLFC. Oh, and hang on a minute. Where is Warren Hague? Warren Hague's coming to the pits. Wow. So PzalanHUN leading this race. And I'm getting interrupted by dual shot battery loads because I think the battery on my controller is gone. So I'm trying to stay as still as I can so it doesn't keep disconnecting. So Shortbread's got it back down to around 8/10, but PzalanHUN doing a good job, just keeping ahead of him. No DRS, and the slipstream has less of an effect. MichaelAngelo 1.8 behind. Let's go to a better view. So Shortbread trying to close the gap to PzalanHUN. So the main action at the moment, now this is going to get tasty, the battle for 6th. So can Oogie make a move? The 2 Red Bulls are about to go into combat as well. JakeLFC and AliK, 2 of the fastest drivers of the F1 2016 era on PSGL. Gamer a double F2 champion. Back to back. Ran Sargent out of the sight. Allegedly. Oh, there's a Sauber in the pit. Is that Zalan? I think I just saw Zalan in the pit. I will check in a second. Yeah, Zalan's pitted for another set of inters. Surely the tyre wear's not that bad, but apparently it is. Lap 11, he's pitted from the lead, and he's down back in 11th. Well, that's surprising. So that promotes Shortbread into lead. So MichaelAngelo's second, Jack up to third, Paudie up to fourth. So, oh, look at this! Game of the Best challenging Oogie for 6th place. Oogie's not been unable to get past AMS in front of him. Now he's going to be under attack, and round the outside goes Gamer. Doesn't want to lose control of it there. And look at that, side by side. Can Gamer get the move done? Oh, they're still side by side as they run up to turn 14 to end the lap. But Oogie gets a better drive, and will that put Gamer under attack from AliK now? Oh, and AliK nearly runs off the track there. Saves it. But now Game of the Best, looking for a move down the inside. Going to get the braking done. Oh, they're side by side again. Oogie using all his experience to keep Gamer behind. It's great defending from him. But now he'll get the slipstream. And now we go on board with Gamer now as he goes, try again to take Oogie, but Oogie brakes a bit later and gets away with it. And look at AliK, so close behind him, he's in 8th now. Gamer not going to go down the inside there, although Oogie runs a little wide. Maybe into that corner, maybe a dive down into turn 8. Oh, and is that AliK alongside? AliK's just dived down the inside and he forces Gamer off. AliK with an ultra aggressive move up to 7th. No prisoners there. Got his elbows out. And yes, Big C is racing. He's currently in 13th. He's having a pretty miserable race, truth be told. And look at this queue of cars. AMS has somehow held off these faster drivers behind him. Oh, and Oogie's just hit the back of... was that a bit of lag? I don't know. But I think Oogie might have damaged his wing there. And AliK... Oh, and Oogie's off the track. He's off the track. And look at that. Zalan challenging Warren Hague, I think, for a place. Or another Toro. Oh no, that's NPyne, sorry. So NPyne. And now look at this. NPyne's going to challenge Game of the Best. And yeah, NPyne, we haven't seen much of him, but he's just... I think he's just completed a pretty nice move on Gamer. Yes, he has. Up to 6th. And I believe AMS went into the pits, so that's cleared a path for AliK, who's superbly driven through the field. But that move on Gamer could be critical for him getting a podium later. So at the moment, Shortbread leads by 2.1 seconds to MichaelAngelo. JackLacey in 3rd. Paudie, he's had a quiet 4th since the opening laps, but he's going to have to watch his back a little bit. He's got quite a 10-second gap to AliK. Oh, and Zalan's passed Gamer in Sector 2. And, wow. Oogie's fallen all the way down to 18th. Just going to have a look at the rain. It's still raining, so there's a lot of people pitting. And JackLacey's in the pits, so change of tyres. Well, perhaps overreacting. Shortbread comes out, and there's Zalan, there's Pyne, there's Gamer. Oh, and it's going to be crucial for Shortbread. Oh, no, he's behind Pyne, so Zalan has got back in front through the pits. But crucially, Zalan has a car between himself and Shortbread, and Pyne, let me tell you, he's not an easy character to pass. So Zalan, that's a big moment for him. AliK up to 2nd now, but he hasn't pitted yet. Neither is his man, MichaelAngelo. He retakes the lead. That's going to be interesting to see if MichaelAngelo pits this lap. Does he react to the other drivers? Not even halfway through this race yet. It's a long race. Each lap's pretty short. But if feels like a long race, but it is quite a thrill ride. MichaelAngelo, no, he keeps going. AliK keeps going. Well, as Louis says in the chat, Ali might be looking to try and make his tyres last, but he's not going to have the fresh rubber. Look at the fresh rubber PzalanHUN has. He's going to go defensive, but I'm not sure how much difference it's going to make, to be honest with you. But they're side by side. Ali brakes a little later, and well defended. He takes a good line, so it's still going to make it difficult for PzalanHUN to pass. Look at this, right behind him. And I think Shortbread is attacking Pyne behind him. God, what is with these terrible camera views? Anyway, behind Shortbread and JackLacey passing Pyne. So Shortbread making short work. Oh, I did not say that, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that. Shortbread passes Pyne and JackLacey once again, but he's not able to make the move done. Pyne pushing him to the outside of turn 7 and to head into 8 again. So it's nearly 16 seconds between MichaelAngelo and AliK in second. He hasn't pitted. PzalanHUN will want to get past him as soon as possible, because Shortbread, he will not. Shortbread going late on the brakes, and he's already closed right up to the back of him. So then, let's see then, can PzalanHUN make a move for second place? And Ali blocking the inside is going to force PzalanHUN to the outside again, and JackLacey attacking Pyne in the background. We'll keep on board with this battle for second. And AliK once again, look at JackLacey diving down the inside in the background there of Pyne. JackLacey gets the move done. AliK going very defensive, and look at Shortbread, free wide on the, oh, for a second it was free wide. AliK's moved to the left, force PzalanHUN into the middle, and Shortbread sniffed a double overtake opportunity just for a second, but he had to back off, and PzalanHUN in the end takes second place from Ali. And Shortbread's now stuck behind the sort of heavily worn tyres of AliK. I don't think his strategy of getting to dries is going to work at this rate, because there's no sign really of the rain going. But look at all this midfield action. JackLacey right behind Shortbread. Ali doing a great job on these old tyres, but it is slowing him down, if anything. Oh, JackLacey hits the back of Shortbread, slips on the pitch, and oh no, he slipped behind Pyne again. He's got to do it all over again. And now Shortbread gets better traction, much fresher tyres. AliK, I don't think he's going to be able to do much yet. It's already done. Shortbread making good with that fresh rubber, although not the best turn through the centre S's. So AliK might have a sniffer coming back, but I don't think he will. Onto the podium, running in 18th. Let's see who else is going on in the midfield. Oogie's fallen down to 17th. He was doing so well in the top 10, but I think he hit the back of someone and damaged his wing. I think that's why he lost so much time. Or puncher, I'm not really sure. Find out later. Big C in 14th. It's been a race of champions to forget for the 7-time champion Unomi, and this is fitting, isn't it? The two F3 rivals right next to each other on track. So hopefully get some good battling from them later. So in front of them, Gaming the Best in 10th, Warren Hague in 9th, he's closing on the back of Fanus. Paudie in 7th, he's pitted, a distant one. There's quite a gap now between the top 6 and the rest. I think, unless there's a safety car, I think Big C will not be winning this race. I think it's safe to say. MichaelAngelo keeps going. So now, let's see. PzalanHUN sets the fastest lap of the race, and I think the rain is starting to ease off. That's always a sign when the lap times start coming down, and the rain does look lighter. Oh, JackLacey's retired. Where was that? JackLacey was running in 6th, but where was that? Oh, it's on the main straight. Oh, and there's another car out as well. Oh, and the game has been hit. got tagged by Warren Hague, I think, or was it Pyne? Anyway, Warren Hague, the F4 champion, going down the inside of the former performance champion, Vannis. And he moves up to 6th. So something happened to JackLacey on the main straight. And he just binned it into the wall. MichaelAngelo still out in front, 16.3 ahead. So we're going to wait for the conditions to dry out. And if the rain keeps drying out, MichaelAngelo is going to be in the prime seat to win this race. His gear shifts sound a bit weird. Must be a glitch with the audio. But PzalanHUN is rapidly closing in now. It just took a second out of him. No safety car. I'm just going to find out what happened to JackLacey to see if there was any sort of contact, if it actually says. It doesn't say. Incidents, let's see. About Big C got a stop and go penalty for cutting a corner and gaining a place. So he got a yellow flag infringement for that. So that's why he's so far behind. So Pyne and JackLacey hit each other and took each other out of the race on the main straight. So that's what happened. Yeah. Only little drops dropping now, so it's not going to be long now before the rain stops. But that's what happens. Pyne and JackLacey, two of the F1 challengers, took each other out on the main straight. I'm sure it was an accidental contact. But yeah, Big C got a stop and go penalty for gaining a place under yellow flags or something, or cutting a corner to gain a place. So that's why he got a stop and go. So that's why he's ended up so far behind. So I'm guessing JackLacey tried to make a move on Pyne, maybe, and they might have had that thing where they locked together, the famous F1 2016 glitch, and just crashed. But we'll possibly find out in the chat later. So then, let's run down the order. On a drying track, lap 20 of the Race of Champions for PSGL, MichaelAngelo has a 14.3 second lead, which is going down rapidly. Shortbread in 3rd. AliK in 4th. He'll be desperate for the dry company. If it dries out, if he can get the dry tyres now, that's a superb recovery from his position. Paudie in 5th. He's been the lonely man of the race, really. He hasn't really been in action with anybody, but I think he'll be quietly pleased with his showing so far. And we have some team radio from Pyne. Side pop glitch apparently caused the crash. Warren Hague in 6th, good run from the F4 guy. Jake in 7th, AMS in 8th, Vannis in 9th, Gaming the Best in 10th. Big C up to 11th thanks to those retirements. Joel in 12th. And he's battling Oogie, so this is a battle of the PSGL veterans here as they run up to turn 4. Oogie's got carried a bit more speed, and he takes 12th. Good move. Unomi up to 14th, and he's under attack from Ontothepodium. And he drops down to 15th. Sambamkid. It's about to be lapped, Sambamkid. I don't know what's happened to him. He's made like multiple pit stops. Yeah, he's made 2 pit stops. Vannis hasn't pitted, Unomi hasn't pitted, neither has AliK or MichaelAngelo. So they're the only guys who haven't pitted so far. And there's a bit of spray, but I think we're not too far away from dry conditions here. I really do. Probably maybe 4 or 5 laps, but there's a little bit of a line developing. PzalanHUN and Shortbread are closing in on MichaelAngelo. We saw earlier in the first stint that MichaelAngelo didn't have the pace to match PzalanHUN or Shortbread. But if he can come out, if it got dry now and he can come out of a gap, it gives him a chance to keep the gap going. Now the interesting thing is, what tyres are they going to go for? Because it really depends what lap it will be. My guess is probably going to be the mediums for most people, but if it... Look all that debris on the main straight, blimey. How's that not a safety car? Of course, in the next game that could cause punctures and simulation damage, from what I hear. I can imagine that being very annoying. So the gap now is 11.7. Yeah, Zalan and Shortbread are on a crusade to catch up with MichaelAngelo. MichaelAngelo's gearbox still sounds like a McLaren from 2017. Not sure why. Zalan, second place, keeping a decent gap to Shortbread, about a second, which we've seen all race. AliK just quietly 20 seconds behind. He's been going since lap 1, as MichaelAngelo. Warren Hague in a solid 6th, Jake in 7th, AMS in 8th, Gamer in 9th. Part of me thinks, oh, and Pine leaves the session now. Will that trigger a safety car? Hopefully not, because that would cause utter chaos. And you can see now on the wide shots there's a clear dry line beginning to appear. Don't think it's quite time yet. Oh, but MichaelAngelo thinks it is. Evening to you, Mike and Blue. MichaelAngelo hasn't pitted, that's why he's got the gap. So what's he going for? He's going for the hard compound. Zalan carries on, Shortbread carries on. So this will decide the race for MichaelAngelo. If he's got it right, he's going to have quite a big lead. If he hasn't, he's going to struggle for a lap or two, and that's going to cost him so much time. We just saw Shortbread and Zalan in the background. MichaelAngelo gingerly leaving the pit lane. Oh, sliding all over the place. Yeah, he's not getting the traction down. And look at AliK. AliK's thinking, yep, I think I'll go for this, mate. And AliK dives down the inside. Oh, and as MichaelAngelo maybe just couldn't wait anymore. Couldn't take them any further. Let's see how MichaelAngelo does in the next few corners. As he oh, he's going sliding wide. I think it's a lap too early. But I really think MichaelAngelo just couldn't go any further. I don't think he meant to come in this lap. I just think he just couldn't. I think he just couldn't risk a puncture. But look, there is quite a dry line now. Oh, wait a minute. Warren Hague is suddenly caught up to the back of. Oh no, wait. That's it. Who's that? Oh, it's Oogie. Probably trying to unlap himself. And Zalan comes in. There's still a lot of spray in the pit lane. I am very sorry about this. I'm gonna have to get a new controller tomorrow. I literally can't move, otherwise it goes. So Shortbread carries on. AliK in second. Oh, and I think Zalan slid into the pit wall on exit as he damaged his wing. I don't think he has, but no, I think it's still too early. Oh, Zalan, he's struggling. Look at that. It's like dancing on ice there. Oh, look in the background. There was an overtake going on. Ah. Warren Hague and Jake having a nice little battle here. Yeah, Human Fish. It's galling really, because this literally no problems when I was watching Game of Thrones earlier, and then suddenly, boom. It might be the cable, to be fair, but I can't bother to get up now. Well, MichaelAngelo's fallen into the clutches of Jake. And look at this, Jake's round the outside with ease, and he takes it. And Zalan now, will Shortbread pit now? No, Shortbread carries on. He has good tyre, but Shortbread is really playing himself into contention for the victory here. And MichaelAngelo, he's coming back in after one lap. Well, I don't know why he'd do that. Might as well just stay out now. He's just going to lose even more time. He's not going back onto the Inter, surely. He is. Oh dear, MichaelAngelo. It's only going to get drier. Oh dear, he was looking so good. Oh dear. Well, that's it for him. He's not going to win this race. Yeah, 25 laps AliK's done on one set of Inters. That's impressive. There is still spray out there. We are going to get some dry running. We definitely will. Jake in 4th. Now where's Zalan? Zalan's dropped to 7th and he's still trundling around there. Big C's up to 9th, so he's played himself back into the points. I mean, AliK's tyres, I mean, this is an amazing demonstration of tyre management. And Shortbread carries on. He's got such a gap, he doesn't have to risk it. He's got fresh rubber. He did pit for Inters earlier, Shortbread, so he's got fresher rubber than AliK. Shortbread's 13.7 behind. Where did MichaelAngelo end up? He ended up in 10th, 42 seconds behind. Ah dear. I know MichaelAngelo probably had to stop for those tyres, so he may as well have just kept going. And now Unomi. Is that someone else struggling on dries ahead? Unomi. Yeah. That's again just another demonstration that it's just not quite dry. It's taken a lot longer for the track to dry out than I've seen on Brazil before on this game. And Ali's actually closed the gap to Shortbread by 6/10 on in that last sector. But out of nowhere, we've got Paudie, who's had a really quiet race, being sort of 5th, but out of not under threat from behind or threat to the front. But now he's, thanks to the mistakes of Zalan and MichaelAngelo, he's actually looking good for a podium now, as is Ali. And Shortbread keeps going. Oh, what happened to Ali? Oh, Ali's got a puncher. Rear left puncher. He pushed them too hard. It's not too bad though, because he was quite close to the pits, but he has lost a bit of time. Yeah, well, he did amazing to get them that far, to be honest with you. So we got a Mercedes 1-2. I've never saw that during the F1 2016 season. Then we got Jake in 3rd, former performance champion of this season. Warren Hague, the F4 champion, game of the best up to 5th. Zalan is starting to get those dry tyres to work now, clearly, but I think the damage has been done. Because if Shortbread pits, he'll comfortably come out ahead of him, and he'll be able to go for the medium tyre, or even the softs. Or Zalan's left, disconnected maybe. So Zalan is out of the running unless he rejoins. Don't know if that's a rage quit. So let's see where Ali ended up. Ali ended up in 9th, but he's on the mediums, and he's going to be on a charge. Look out for him to get the fastest lap of the race on those tyres. Shortbread will be in the running for that, and Shortbread finally pits. Now, is he going to go for... See, there's still a lot of rain in the pit. So he pits for the mediums, yep, goes for the safe option. Oh, and... but Paudie might have to double stack. He should be okay, but the animation won't kick in as quickly. It's not too bad. I've seen worse. Jake pits. Gamer stays out. Probably a mistake. Big C stays out, and he's up. Somehow he's back in the podium, although he's out of position because he hasn't pitted for dries yet. And Shortbread comes out into the lead at a game of the best. Although game of the best is on the Inters, so Shortbread. Wait, what? Shortbread's on Inters. What? No, I swear he got... No, that can't be right. I swear he put mediums on. Does anyone else want to just go back to his pit stop and see what he put on? I swear there were medium tyres. It's still wet out there, so I guess... I don't know. To be fair, there is a lot of spray out there, so maybe it was. Maybe it was. I don't know. Well, Paudie's on the mediums, and he's not doing particularly well. But I swear Shortbread put mediums on. If someone wants to go back through the footage and just have a look a couple of minutes back and confirm. No, Shortbread's back in. He put on the wrong tyres. It must have not switched them. So Shortbread, the lead changes again. The lead changes again. Oh, this is incredible. Game is in. So Paudie takes the lead. Or does he? I don't know. Paudie comes out. Where's Shortbread? Don't know where he is. He's coming out in 6th. And he ended up behind PzalanHUN again, despite all the time he lost. Although he hasn't come back, I don't think. So that doesn't matter. Gamer comes out. Hague. He's on. Oh, Hague's gone for the softs. Big C on the back up to 9th somehow. Onto the podium. Joel 14th. I think everyone's pitted now for dries. I would hope so. So, battle for the lead between 2 Mercedes-powered cars. Paudie for F3, MichaelAngelo, the wild card. Oh no, he wasn't a wild card, sorry. Formula Endurance runner-up, AliK, now under attack from Jake. So AliK is on for a podium, having stormed his way through the field. But, penny for Shortbread's thoughts. What happened there? Some sort of glitch. Has anyone actually gone back to look see what tyres he put on? Because I swear he put mediums on. I don't know what happened there. So, running into the final laps, and Paudie, out of nowhere, is leading this race. And Oogie sets the fast lap, and we'll see those lap times tumble down as the final laps go in. So what's the sector time then? So we got MichaelAngelo's 2.7 seconds behind. Then we've got AliK 5.4. Jake just behind him. We're going to get DRS soon. Might get DRS for the last couple of laps. Didn't actually see the DRS symbol appear on the spectator. But we'll soon find out. Wait. Yeah, that's a graphics glitch again. MichaelAngelo's on Inters, but I know for a fact he isn't. Oh, now, if that was a graphics glitch, maybe Shortbread got a drive-through. That's the only explanation I can get. MichaelAngelo pits. He wasn't on Inters, surely. Oh no, that's right. He pitted for them again, didn't he? That's right. Yeah, he pitted for them again because he came out for the drives early and then came for the Inters. So the podium positions change again. Now we've got a three-way battle for second. Paudie just needs to keep it on the road, because I'm not sure if Ali's going to be able to catch him up even with his pace. So we've got a real battle for second, third and fourth. Three very different looking cars. AliK, if he hadn't had that puncture, I think AliK might have been leading this race with all the other problems some of his competitors have had. I really do. Where the hell... Shortbread's off the track. Well, Shortbread must have lost it somewhere. He was right behind these two. Yeah, I'm gonna look see if Shortbread got a drive through in a minute. I just want to see what happens between Ali and Jake, because Jake is looking very, very racy right behind Ali. Yep, DRS is now activated. Paudie sets the fast lap 1:17. Then Ali, and then Jake. The lap times are tumbling down now. Jake needs to get a good exit. Goes across. Ali, car twitching a little bit. Oh, but Jake. Still a damp track, of course. So they're going to struggle for a bit. Don't think Jake's going to be close enough. Gamer up to fourth. Shortbread. Shortbread struggling there. Big C up to sixth. He somehow recovered it, but that opening stint, well, he just had no chance of really challenging after that. Right, just going to quickly check if Shortbread got a drive through. I just want to find out for sure what happened. No, he didn't. So I guess I don't get it. Really don't get it. But Paudie, we know he's a quick driver in PSGL, but I don't think he would have been the first pick of anybody to win this race, except maybe the man himself. He's got a lot of confidence in himself. But he's in a position to win a race of champions, assuming he doesn't have penalties, which I'm not going to check now. And the lap times continue to go down. Can Jake challenge down the inside, some sort of almighty lunge? And look at those lap times continuing to go down. Just seeing if there's any other battles on track. Should go back to Jake quickly. We've had no safety car or virtual safety car, so there shouldn't be any glitches for the slipstream. So AliK, one of the quickest drivers in PSGL, if we based it on the Season 2 performances. Holding off Jake, who really has come into his own in Season 3, winning Formula performance, showing with some great drives. You know, Brazil's one of those tracks where it's somewhat difficult to get penalties, except maybe for the first chicane, but the rest of the track, unless you go off track limits at turn 4 or maybe turn 7, that's the other two places, but outside of that it's kind of difficult to get penalties if you know what you're doing. It's not like Canada or a track like that. So Jake again gets DRS, but AliK has got a bit more wing on him, it's keeping him ahead. So AliK, tyre life on them, it's not an issue. We've got 3 laps to go. Can Jake get past for second base? Because it looks like, on track at least, Paudie's going to win the race of champions. MichaelAngelo sets the fast lap, then Oogie. So can Jake? Jake continues to try and hound Ali off the track. But AliK, he knows what to do in a situation like this. He's got no holidays to worry about. He can just finish this race and get a good result. And look at that, Jake sticking to him like glue in sector 2. Let's say into sector 3. I don't know what's going on here. Sambam, any battles that I haven't seen? Ooh, onto the podium, and Joel might check them out later. We enter the penultimate lap. Paudie still leading this race. It's about a 6-second gap. How heartbreaking would it be if Paudie if Ali finishes just under 6 seconds and Paudie had 6 seconds of penalties? That would be unbelievable. We've seen a lot of action in this race. We've seen the lead switch several times. I'm not sure if some of it was down to drive error or glitches. Might find out in time. But either way, it's been dramatic to say the least. The Brazilian Grand Prix does usually bring some good racing. And now, Paudie, what must he be feeling? He's a lap and a half away from getting the ultimate bragging rights on PSGL, winning the Race of Champions, the final official race of the F1 2016 era on PSGL. Rounds that corner, going up to turn 14, and Ali still holding off Jake. Well, penny for Shortbread's thoughts. I thought he was in the box seat to win after MichaelAngelo pitted too early. There's a lot of midfield action going on. The final lap begins. Through the centre S's. Jake sets the fastest lap, but he still can't get past. Still not close enough. As long as Ali keeps it on the road, he's going to be alright. Well, Ali puts the wheel on the grass. Is that going to slow him down at all? I don't think it will. So Ali will join Paudie, go on board. So where is Paudie? I don't think Jake's going to get. I think Jake, unless there's penalties. So here is Paudie. He had a steady race. We saw it. Steady race. He wasn't at the front. He was sitting in the top 5, just minding his own business. Everyone else fell around him. And he's going to cross the line and win the Race of Champions. The final PSGL race F1 2016. And he sets the fast lap, and he's done it. Paudie. Oh, has he got penalty? So, no, he's done it. He has done it. He has won the Race of Champions. Gamer 4th. Fastest lap's going to tumble down the last lap, you would think. Shortbread finishes 5th. Big C finishes 6th in the end. Well, he's won the Race Champions 2 times before, so I think he'll be happy recovering to 6th after the problems he had early on. Hague finishes 9th. Who's going to finish 10th, I wonder? I think he's already done it. Oh, look at that, right to the line. Joe and Sambamkid battling right to the line. That was pretty good. Fanas finished. Oh, and another battle to the line. What the hell? Oh dear. And that's it. And so ends Race of Champions. Then Paudie has won it. AliK 2nd, Jake 3rd, Gamer 4th, Shortbread 5th, Big C 6th, MichaelAngelo 7th. If only he could have made the tyres last, he could have won this race. Oogie's 8th, Hague 9th, and AMS takes the final points position, if that mattered. And we had a few DNFs. We had JackLacey and NPyne went out, and we also lost to Connection PzalanHUN. Well, hope you enjoyed that. I think we'll do some interviews if they're up for it. Not commentating FP, Ash. No, I'm not, I'm afraid. So let's see if any of these people want to speak. Hopefully. And Jake. Yeah, I'll be definitely commentating Formula Classic. I know that. Formula 1 is kind of like 90% sure I'll be doing F1. It depends on my work schedule, which I get in the autumn, but it should be alright. Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was a really good race to watch. It was an honour to commentate on that. So good driving over out there. There wasn't too many incidents. So we're just going to wait for, hopefully, to be joined by Paudie and Jake and Ali, our 3 podium guys. And if they can't be bothered, then that will end the stream. So a win-win for you people watching. Yeah, I think you'll do fine, Ash, commentating FP. If you continue with that, you did a good job. I enjoyed working with you. Hopefully you can find someone else to work with you. Okay, so let me see. Has anyone actually joined? I don't know. I did send them an invite. Well, I think Paudie might have gone offline to have a beer down the Irish pub or something. A Guinness. I don't know. Just overcome with emotion. Honestly, don't think anyone's going to actually bother to join. So we won't get their feelings and their raw emotions. We won't get Paudie crying, having such an unexpected triumph thrust upon him. Let's try inviting them again. Although, to be fair, I probably could have said that we were doing interviews, but I think it's kind of standard, really. Right, Jake, let's see. No, well. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what I've done wrong. I've sent those out again. I'll try one more time. I think I accidentally sent them a game invite, but don't mention that. Driver of the day, I would say, is my controller. For dying every 2 seconds. Hooray! Hello, Paudie. We'll just wait for the other two. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Here comes Jake. I'll just wait. Alright. Welcome guys, and we have here our podium for the F1 2016 PSGL Race of Champions. So, let's start with the race winner. Paudie, was that something you were expecting?
No, not at all. Boy, I got a bit of luck at the end. Shortbread pitted at the same time as me, and they put him on inters again, I think. So I presume he was going for a dry tyre there. So I think that cost him the race win, in fairness.
Yeah, just so you know, Paud, if you haven't done so already, Paudie, you need to share your voice setting in party settings.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Not sure if they can hear you, but yeah, but I guess in terms of the race, you were just steadily in the top 5. You weren't near the front 4, but you weren't being challenged from behind, so you were just waiting for people to fall over in front, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, I just didn't have the pace to stay with him. I was pushing, but like you said, I was just kind of in that spot where I was off the front, and there was no one really challenging from behind, so I could just kind of concentrate and get my laps done. But when Shortbread pitted the first time, I had a big moment coming up the straight, and I pretty much slid into the pits. So I didn't mean to pit that lap at all. I was going to go on another one. I got a little held up there because he had just boxed. But I was lucky to survive that in a way, and then lucky that they put him on inters again or something when he boxed. I'd have 2 goals at it myself to select mediums, because they weren't responding when I asked for them just as I was going in, and I just got it as I was coming to the line. So I had luck myself to get it, tonight, you know.
Nice.
I'll take it, Joe.
Yeah, solid. It was a solid drive. So, second place, we have a really familiar name in AliK. You had a very, very eventful race from what we saw. We saw some brilliant overtaking from you.
Yeah, well, I think eventful doesn't quite cut it. Qualifying was crazy. I was pretty happy with my lap in the end, and to end up 11th was a bit of a shock, to say the least. But yeah, no assist around this track was always going to be a bit of a challenge. Then in the race at turn 1, I think you didn't see it because you had to leave and
That's
rejoin.
Right.
But
yeah. Talk us through lap 1, because you and Big C seemed to drop quite back.
Yeah. Well, it was predictably chaos at turn 1, and there were cars kind of spun off everywhere. So I took sort of avoiding action and went for a kind of 50-50 move on Oogie, and it didn't work at all, and I was spun off by the side of the track at turn 2 and ended up dead last by a long way, which gave me quite a lot of tyre wear as well, which was kind of frustrating. And then my plan all along was to try and take those inters to the dry period, and it took forever for the weather to change. Because on the strategy screen it said the first half of the race was going to be inters, and then it was going to be dries for the last half, and that did not happen in the slightest. That was a complete lie. So I ended up having to drive like a snail to save my tyres to actually get to that, and then I got a puncture just before the pits, so had no choice but to gamble for the mediums, and it kind of worked in the end. It was probably 2 or 3 laps before, but I'd only lost a couple of seconds, I think. But had I not hit Oogie, or had I not got a puncture, I think I possibly could have been in contention for the win. But you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with the race.
Now, be honest with me, Ali. Did you enjoy that aggressive overtake on Gamer that I did catch perfectly?
Oh yeah, I loved it because he was talking about Oogie dive bombing the guy in front, so I thought I'll just follow him through. Went for an optimistic move, made a bit of contact on the exit, but I think that was more dodgy contact model than anything else. It wasn't intentional. I tried to leave him as much space as possible. I kind of overestimated my braking ability a little bit, but it went alright in the end. I was pretty happy with that.
Excellent. So in third place we had Jake, the Formula Performance Champion of Season 3. That must be quite a good result to get third place in a race like this.
Yeah, because I mean I had a shocking start. I don't know what happened. Got spun round at turn 1, and just following Ali and Big C for most of the race. Yeah, the weather was really off-putting. I was contemplating when to pit, and it only came to like until 8 laps to the end, and I did have a bit of wing damage, which I needed to repair because it would have lost me more time if I didn't get it changed, and it could have, if I didn't get it, I probably would have finished ahead of Ali. I don't know, depends what his pace was like in the clear air, but yeah, I'd take that as a good result.
Yeah. So after a race like this, we wave goodbye to F1 2016. So starting with you, Jake, what are you hoping for in F1 2017, and more importantly, are you looking forward to the new season on a new game?
Yeah, I am, because I mean, from what I've seen, the game does look pretty good. Don't know what my pace will be like, but we'll get to that when we see it. F1 it's going to be very challenging in F1. Normally, when I've been in F2 on this game, I've gotten at least 4 to 6 podiums throughout the season. It's definitely going to be even harder for me to get 1 podium next season, but depends what the pace is like, and hopefully it's pretty good.
And over to Ali, similar question, but also, are you planning to return to the PSGL leagues next season?
It's a good question, and I'm not entirely sure. I haven't made a decision yet completely. Obviously, I feel like I kind of have unfinished business a little bit, having not won the title in season 16. So yes, it is potentially on the cards, but it's not 100% definite. It depends on how much time I actually have and how good the game is and how competitive I can be with no assist. Because if it's a situation like this where still running ABS and medium traction is quicker, then I wouldn't do it. But if no assist is clearly the fastest way to go, then yes, probably, but not definitely.
Very interesting. So, Paudie, I believe, which league are you in next season? I wasn't sure.
F1 as well, yeah.
F1, wow. So, going into F1 on the back of that must give you quite a boost. How do you think you'll cope with the new game? And obviously, F1's a very competitive league and a different sort of beast to what you were doing before.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be tough, everyone's going to be really quick up there, there's no doubt about that. But I'd say it'd be interesting to see who's quickest at the start with the game. Some might come back a bit as the season goes on and get a bit more comfortable with it, like some might get a bit of a head start. So it'd be interesting to see, but I look forward to the game, alright. Higher down 4 should be good.
Well, thank you very much, Podium. Great race, and well, that's no problem at all. And that's it for F1 2016 on PSGL. We will see you for all the divisions, including F1 and the return of Formula Classic on F1 2017. So enjoy the rest of the summer until the new game comes out. Good night, everybody.